Merhaba arkadaşlar. Hepiniz IEFT Talks webinarlarına hoş geldiniz. Bugün dünyada 32. sırada yer alan Kyoto Üniversitesi'den Mako Eşsiz sunumu ile bizlerle birlikte olacak. Lütfen sorularınızı sağ alt köşede Questions bölümünden yönlendirmeyi unutmayın. Yes, Mako, the stage is yours now.
Okay, thank you very much for the introduction. Hello, everyone. Thank you for your interest in Kyoto University and for joining this webinar today. I'm Mako Kawano from the Admissions Assistance Office, Kyoto University in Japan. In this session, first, I'd like to provide you with the basic university information, including the studies available in English, living environment in Kyoto, and the financial information. Then I'll show you two recorded presentations. One is from our professor. He explains an undergraduate program at the civil engineering as well as his research activities. Another one is a message from our Turkish student. And we will have time for any questions you may have in the end of the session. But please also post your questions on question box anytime during the session. So let me start with the university overview. Kyoto University was established in 1897 as the second oldest national university in Japan. Since then, the university has a policy and strong atmosphere of academic freedom. We believe this is what makes us a top leading research university in Japan. But our reputation is not limited within the country. Kyoto University is regarded as one of the best universities in the world and highly ranked in various global university rankings. Also, our researchers have been awarded 11 Nobel Prizes to this day. In fact, this is the largest number among Asian universities at the moment. In addition to 11 Nobel laureates, there are 2 field medal and 1 Gauss medal winners. The prize is regarded as one of the highest honors in the field of mathematics. So from these awards, you can see that Kyoto University students will have opportunities to learn directly from the world's top-level researchers. I should also mention that our professor won an Ig Nobel Prize last year. I believe this shows our academic freedom principle exactly. The university provides the researchers and the students with the environment to perform their original, unique, and creative studies. The university is located in Kyoto, Japan. We have 3 campuses across broader Kyoto city area: Yoshida campus, Katsura campus, and Uji campus. There are also 44 off-campus research and educational facilities within the country, offering the students the choice to engage with field studies. Looking around the world, we have total 61 facilities outside of Japan, including ASEAN Center in Thailand, European Center in Germany, North American Center in the US, and Africa office in Ethiopia. Next, I'd like to show you what Kyoto is like, what it's like living there. Kyoto is the ancient capital city, which remains as a cultural heart of the country. It's a very popular tourist destination, and the city has famous festivals and events throughout the year. You can see the beauty of traditions everywhere, including 17 UNESCO World Heritage Sites in Kyoto. On the other hand, Kyoto is a modern city with many global companies, such as Nintendo, a famous game company. The city has good places for shopping and to eat out, so you can enjoy both Japanese traditional culture and modern aspect in the city. Kyoto can also be described as a student-friendly city. The city has more than 40 universities and colleges, and actually 10% of the population are students. The environment is very suitable for study. Kamo River, which runs close to the university, is a popular place for students. They can sit down by the river, talking, reading, spending time however they feel like. The picture on the right is a place called Philosopher's Path. It is stated Nishida Kitaro, the founder of the Kyoto School of Philosophy, a very famous Japanese philosopher, had practiced meditation while walking this route on his daily commute to the university. The Kyoto University students still enjoy a pleasant walk there. Now we would like to introduce programs which do not require Japanese proficiency for admission. The university offers a wide range of study areas under 10 undergraduate and 18 graduate schools, as listed here. Although Japanese is used as the basic language in most programs, we also offer English medium programs and graduate research opportunities available in English. For undergraduate level, we have 2 programs for international students who would like to first study in English. First one is International Program of Civil Engineering, which is a 4-year program leading to a Bachelor of Engineering. All classes are conducted in English, and the program begins in April. The second one is Kyoto International Undergraduate Program, or Kyoto IEFT. This is a 4.5-year program which enables the student to learn Japanese language and obtain a bachelor degree at the undergraduate school of their choice. No Japanese language ability is required to begin with. In the first 6 months, it provides intensive Japanese classes and some pre-foundation classes in certain subjects. During the first and second year, students study mainly in English, and when they get into third and fourth year, they will become able to study in Japanese. The program begins in October. For details, please visit each program website. For graduate studies, various study areas are available in English, from social sciences to engineering and biostudies. Even if it is not included on this table, students still have the chance of studying in English depending on the laboratory or the supervisor, especially for doctoral programs. We also offer joint and double degree programs for graduate studies, and these programs are offered all in English. For example, the double master's degree program in management with Cornell University in the US, a joint PhD program in genomic medicine with McGill University in Canada, the joint master's degree program in transcultural studies with Heidelberg University in Germany, and so on. I hope you get some idea of what Kyoto University is about by now. So next, I'd like to talk about financial matters. Since Kyoto University is a national university in Japan, tuition fees are relatively reasonable, especially if you're comparing with the US, UK, or Australia. And the annual tuition is around $5,000 for degree programs. So this is because there is no difference in fees between international students and the local students. Average living cost for our students is around $800 per month. Of course, it could be higher or cheaper depending on your lifestyle, but in general, it is quite reasonable as for the size of the city and its rich environment in Kyoto, I think. We have 7 dormitories for international students. The monthly rent fees range from around $115 to $350 for single-type rooms. A wide variety of scholarships are available for international students to study at Kyoto University, but most common one is Japanese government scholarship, known as mixed scholarship. Students will receive around $1,000 to $1,300 per month for their living. And also, the scholarship covers university application, admission, and tuition fees, as well as one round-trip ticket from your home country. Application is available through 2 different schemes, embassy recommendation or university recommendation. But most of the mixed scholarship students at Kyoto University earned their scholarships through embassy recommendation scheme. As many as around 110 students enrolled for their postgraduate studies through the embassy recommendation annually to Kyoto University. So comparing to this number, there is a smaller number of seats available for the university recommendation scheme. So I would suggest you consider applying for the embassy recommendation first if you are interested in this mixed scholarship. So here is the application procedure for the embassy recommendation scheme. In order to apply through this scheme, you must submit your applications to the Japanese embassy or consulate in your home country. For the application information, please visit the Japanese embassy website in your country. The next timing of the application will be around April to May in this year for the 2023 admissions. So private foundation scholarships are also available. The university annually select and nominate candidates for around 60 foundations. Each foundation typically select 1 or 2 students and provide around $460 to $1,800 per month. For those scholarships, the applications are accepted mainly after their enrollment at Kyoto University. So if you would like to check what kinds of scholarships will be available for your future reference, please visit our website. There are special support available especially for international students on campus. For instance, supplemental Japanese language lessons are available with free of charge. There is the international student tutor system, in which your seniors give support in your academic and daily life. There are also several advisory services available. All are confidential and the student can feel free to stop by for consultations. Student Lounge Kizuna is the place where you can get together and enter exchange activities with Japanese students and international students from all over the world. You might be concerned about your religious practice in Japan. So we have prayer rooms on campus and halal food available at some university cafeterias. In addition, there is the Islamic Cultural Center nearby Yoshida main campus. The center has a mini mosque and a grocery shop. So they also provide useful information such as where you can obtain halal foods and so on. So finally, I'd like to explain how to apply for graduate programs. For undergraduate programs, please visit the program website that I shared earlier. So first of all, let me explain about the research student system, which is quite unique to Japanese universities. Research student is a non-degree seeking status, study on campus under their supervisors, which enables the students to prepare toward a degree program and their admission exam in some cases. For your information, in order to join some of the degree programs, you may have to take the entrance exam on our campus in Japan. So in such cases, many international students choose to enroll as a research student first. And then, so this is a very important point, admission procedures such as the requirement and application schedule vary depending on the graduate school or even program. So do not ask us, for example, what English score acceptable or when the application should be submitted without noting which graduate school or program you are interested in. You need to visit each program website and confirm them with the application guidelines. What I show here instead is a general procedure for postgraduate application. So first, please find your potential supervisor. You can search the graduate school website or our researcher database available from the university website. This is because it is generally quite difficult to find or identify your intended graduate school and program at the site. For example, if you are interested in chemistry, there could be at least 7 options you can take, like a graduate school of engineering, agriculture, energy science, medicine, biostudies, and so on. Therefore, we suggest prospective students to look for their potential supervisor first. And then, after you identify them, please apply through AAO, an online preliminary application system. AAO stands in between the applicant and the prospective supervisor or graduate school to guide them through so that they can reach the correct information. Since Kyoto University is a comprehensive university with a wide variety of study fields and education programs, applicants can easily get lost on the way. So we aim to prevent such cases from happening. Next, if you get a positive result from professor through the AAO process, start contact her or him to obtain a prior acceptance. And finally, apply to the graduate school's entrance examination. Though I've been talking about finding the prospective supervisor, there are some programs that does not require applicants to identify their supervisor in advance, which are English medium master's programs in economics, management, and energy science, as well as double joint degree programs with foreign universities. For these programs, you just need to check the admission information, apply to AAO, and then apply to the graduate school. So I stop my presentation here for now. And next, I would like to show you recorded presentations. Let me share that.
Okay, so
the first one is by
Merhaba.
Professor Same Kantosh. He is originally from Egypt and will share how he found the academic environment in Japan at Kyoto University, in addition to the information of the civil engineering and the graduate program, and his research activities.
So, merhaba herkese. Kyoto University seminerine katıldığınızın için mutluyuz. My name is Same Kantosh. I have been working in different environments in Europe, Middle East, and Asia, and now I am working as associate professor at Kyoto University. And I enjoyed learning new things from different locations where I was working. But I would like to share with you my experiences in Japan, and especially at Kyoto University. So Kyoto University, where I am working, we are working as a team with freedom and a unique work ethics. And as you can see, this is the picture of our campus during winter and during summer or spring. And Kyoto University is located in Kyoto City, as you may understand also. So my main message, if you are really interested to study in the heart of Japan, you should come and visit Kyoto as well. And please consider Kyoto University is your gateway to Japan. Before sharing with you my experience in Japan, I would like to inform you a little bit more about my profile. I'm originally coming from Egypt, and I joined Kyoto University in October 2014, where I am serving at the capacity of associate professor. So my academic duties involved teaching in undergraduate and graduate programs and performing research in the area of rivers and dams engineering. So before joining Kyoto University, I was working at German University in Cairo as an associate professor, and I received my bachelor degree from Alexandria University and my master degree from Saga University. So I did my PhD also at École Polytechnique Fédérale de Lausanne in Switzerland. So as I explained, I have a good experience working in Europe and in Asia and in Middle East as well. So Japan is really known for its unique research in rivers and dam engineering. That's why I selected from the beginning to join Kyoto University. And Kyoto University also foster a strong academic community and hosts large number of internationally recognized researchers and professors. So I would like to share with you my opinion about Japan. So I can say that Japan is really very safe country. So I feel it's really one of the most suitable place where you can practice your own religion, let's say, or keep your identity, and also or yet mixing with the society at all levels. So in Japan, Japan enjoys fair work opportunity and acceptance to other cultures. This stems from a society that exhibits hospitality and honesty and humility, patience, modern conservatism, and integrity. So if you choose to study in Japan, so studying in Japan will enrich your career and expose you to a unique culture that will help you build an exceptional future. Japan is in dire need for international employees with solid Japanese education and cultural understanding. Please start building your good CV and the curriculum fit to be highly qualified to the job markets in Japan and internationally. Okay, so before describing Kyoto University, we have to introduce Kyoto City. And the city of Kyoto is located in this part of Japan. So Kyoto is a very wonderful city to live in. The city was the capital of Japan more than 1,000 years, and it is still the center of the Japanese culture. We have almost 17 World Heritage sites in Kyoto, and some of them are really very accessible from Kyoto University. So please consider as you are in a very good position in one of our campuses where you are very near from these historical places, Golden Temple, and many nice cultural scenery located in Kyoto. And we have a very delicious food also, like sushi and many other delicious Japanese food. So I can say really Kyoto is, from my point of view, is like a paradise for you to live in, and wonderful city in which to study as well. You will find the best of the old and the new in the same place, as you can see with this festival and the very interesting things. We have a nice small mosque nearby Yoshida campus located in Kyoto City as well. Okay, so Kyoto University allocated into the world top 10 of global network of leading universities and institutions. We have large number of memorandum of understanding and academic exchange agreements with large networks internationally. That's why you will find a good opportunity to extend your international connections for your future professional career through many things like this network, also international events that are run or supported by Kyoto University. Also, you will have a good opportunity to find a job after graduation in some of the Japanese companies, especially the companies which with wide international activities And also you can benefit from this high reputation of Kyoto University alumni and the network. We have several programs running in the undergraduate courses running in English. One of these programs are international course program of civil engineering. So as you can see, we have different disciplines and civil engineering, transportation sector, hydrology and river engineering sector, structural engineering, let's say advanced technology for geotechnical, and also some of underground engineering as well, bridge engineering. So the objective of this international course program is to cultivate human resources capable of designing and managing civil infrastructure while considering global environmental issues around urban and regional areas, particularly in Asia and African countries. Of course, we also extended to Middle East as well, because somehow very close contact with this African and Asian. So the program structure within 4 years. So the first 3 years you will receive, or let's say first and second year, the students will have a primary study subject covering many subjects from liberal arts and fundamental of the natural sciences. Also in the third year, you will have a chance to see more specialized courses and the topics in the civil engineering fields, as I mentioned as well. And in the fourth year, students have a very unique opportunity to join one of the very specific laboratory or groups from a wide range of labs conducting research in the civil engineering field. So it's more application point of view. And as you can see, we have a large number of foreign professors from Korea, from Iran, from Thailand, from Germany, from many different places, from Pakistan as well. So one of the unique things in this program is internship. So we have many good collaboration with the companies. So these pictures from some internships for students. And I can say that this will give you a very good opportunity to establish your network with companies and find a job after graduation in Japanese market, especially companies with international activities. And I can say that this is a kind of Japanese culture that students during their bachelor, they join the laboratory, as I mentioned, in the fourth year, but most of the students are continue their master studies and they're searching for job and at the first year and secure a job before finalizing or terminating their master thesis. So here's the list of most of students coming from Asia, and of course we have large number of international students also from different places, not only Africa and Asia. I said also we have from different location also in Egypt, in Kenya, in also Korea or Thailand, and hopefully we can add one students from Turkey or other places as well. So career after graduation, there are various scholarships, and opportunities for students, like mixed scholarship, recommended, and also you can apply at the embassy, at your embassy in Turkey or other places as well. And almost, as I said, 70% of the students proceed to the master program in Kyoto University, and some of them, they also try to travel abroad to US or Europe to get their master thesis done. And some of the other students are going directly to work for some of the leading Japanese companies, and providing that their Japanese language proficiency is high enough to be appointed or hired in these companies. This picture from the first batch, I already saw some of these students in my classes. Okay, so to have more information or further information, please visit this website or send an email. And also you can see the brochure available on the website at the JMENA Ankara office. Another program, which is the Inter-University Exchange program, which through the project is a kind of initiative of the Ministry of Education, Culture, Sports, Science and Technology, which we call MEX. The project was launched in 2011 to foster human resources that are capable of being globally active and assure the quality of mechanisms responsible for the mutual recognition of credit and grade management via an international framework. So this project is running now, and we have one of these networks between Kyoto University and a very large number of African universities as well. For more information and the latest news, please check this website about this inter-university exchange project for SDG human resources. Now I would like to highlight some more information about my research interest. And I should say that my research interests span sustainability of water and energy development at the river basin scale. Please understand, this is the section of the river. So it's water coming from the mountainous area in the watershed where inflow and sediment are coming. And then we have a large number of dams are constructed to manage and to control flooding and save water for supply. However, these dams will cause lots of sedimentation in the reservoir, so causing a problem in the downstream of the river ecosystem and the flooding issue as well, and some problem in the coastal area. Therefore, one of the points that how to manage this sediment. Recently, I heard that Turkey has extensive plans for dam construction aimed to water supply, hydropower generation, and flood control. That needs a robust plan for sustainable sediment management as well. My laboratory and our group at Kyoto University is the right place to learn about this topic, and also for potential related jobs in the future within Japanese companies. We also have a good network with these companies related to dams and sediment management. So we have another network also with the Middle East and North Africa. Hopefully also we will extend related to with Turkey as well. It's an international network for flash floods in the Wadi system. And the main purpose is to initiate this network platform for sharing knowledge, data, and experience among researchers, scientists, and authority in the MENA region, and also to increase collaboration among researchers in both fundamental and applied sciences, and to transfer Japanese technology to the Middle East North African region for flash flood protection and water harvesting. So finally, I would like to give you some main message based on my experiences in Japan and working in Japan, that studying in Japan will enrich your career and expose you to a unique culture that will help you build an exceptional future, inshallah. So Kyoto University offers research freedom for learning with unique research facilities in diverse research fields and to be independent by yourself to select and to guide your research direction. Furthermore, valuable career opportunities in multicultural education and high-ranking teacher, as I explained previously. I should say that tuition fees are affordable. You will hear from our admin office also explaining about this. The tuition fees are affordable compared to those in North America, Australia, and Western Europe. So my advice, please start building your curriculum vitae, CV, to be highly qualified for the job market in Japan and internationally. And also, please consider to come to study in Japan, either through your private fund or scholarship, which are offered by many Japanese companies or government and university or associations. With this, I would like to thank you all for joining today. I hope you have good knowledge and information about our universities. And thank you very much, and hope to see or to meet some of you in the future. Bye-bye.
Hello everyone, my name is Aitu.
So next video is a message from one of our Turkish students.
My name is Aytuna Bakchin, and I've been studying in Japan in Kyoto University for about a year. And today I just want to talk a bit about my experience living and studying in Japan and in KU in particular. So a brief introduction on me. I studied industrial engineering in my undergraduate studies, and right now I'm doing my master's in business administration. And I'm currently just finishing my first year, so I have one more year to go. And the reason why I chose to study in Japan in particular, for me, was that I always had an interest in Japan and Japanese culture. I think a lot of people like me are interested in things like anime and manga, and that's kind of how your interest in Japan maybe started. And it was kind of like that for me. So I kind of decided that I want to live in Japan, and the universities here are very good academically, so I wanted to study my master's in particular. And to kind of prepare myself a little bit, I started learning a bit of Japanese in my university years. And actually, that's one of my main advice for students who want to study in Japan. Living in Japan is really nice, but learning or just knowing a little bit of Japanese can really help you in life, in daily life. And it can also help you in making friendships with Japanese people. So that would be one of my advices early on, is that if you're interested in studying in Japan, and especially if you want to maybe pursue your PhD later on, like stay for a longer time, knowing Japanese can really help you in life. So even knowing some simple phrases or knowing how to read hiragana, those things are really useful. So yeah, basically I started learning some Japanese, and when I came here, my Japanese wasn't that good, but living here really improves it. And why I chose Kyoto University is basically when I was applying to universities, I really looked into who would be my supervisor, who could be my potential advisor in university. In master's degree, and especially in Japan, who your supervisor is and how well you get along with them is really important, and because they really help you throughout your studies. So for me, I looked up some professors whose research areas interested me, and who I thought would be a good fit for me. And that's kind of how I chose Kyoto University. I really liked my supervisor's research field, and I thought that when I do my research, I can find a topic in that area that I would be interested in. And also, Kyoto University is really well known in Japan and worldwide. Its reputation is really good, and they really focus a lot on research and the students, so that's a really big advantage. So those were the main reasons why I chose Kyoto University. And in terms of living in Kyoto and Japan, Kyoto is a really nice place to stay in. It's not a big city like Tokyo, but it's a really, I think, good place for students to live in. And especially if you're interested in like history and temples and shrines, whenever you even walk in Kyoto, you come across so many temples. So it's a really beautiful place to live in. And there's a lot of students here, a lot of international students. So in that way, it's quite dynamic. And I think probably before COVID, it was even more lively with tourists. And I think in that way, Kyoto is very nice to live in. Of course, if you prefer bigger cities, maybe Tokyo is a better match. But for me, actually, I like bigger cities as well. But for me, Kyoto actually turned out to be the perfect place to live. And my advice for students would be, first of all, if you're interested in studying in Japan, I think you should look into learning a bit of Japanese. You don't have to be fluent. I'm not fluent either. But just knowing a little bit of Japanese is going to help you just living here. I think second is knowing a bit about Japanese culture and the norms. So, for example, a lot of things that we're used to in Turkey, for example, like speaking in a cafe, like on the phone to someone, those kinds of small things may not be considered that normal here. So I think knowing about these things is quite important to adapt to living here. And in terms of academic studies, I think Kyoto University offers a pretty good academic environment. So I think people in Turkey will have no problem adjusting. In terms of master's studies, they focus, at least in my business administration field, they focus a lot on readings and case studies. So in classes, a lot of the times you discuss, and it's a more dynamic class rather than just listening to the professor. And it's a lot of projects, it's a lot of group project based. So in a lot of your classes, you're going to have group work and interacting with other students. So yeah, that's it. But I think living and studying in Japan is very interesting experience, and I wish everyone the best of luck in their studies. Nice to meet you.
All right. So I think it's the almost time to close. But I think I answered almost all the questions. Well, the only one question I haven't answered yet is this one. Did she get a mixed or kind scholarship? It would be great if she talked about that process. Yes, actually, I'm not sure if she received any scholarship, sorry. But yeah, your comment is really appreciated for our future reference to prepare this kind of seminar. Thank you very much. So, well, I think time's up. So I hope you could find any information useful. So if you have any further questions, please feel free to contact us by email. But please provide us with your background, like what level of study you are looking for, and also what study area you are looking for, like along with your questions, so that we can connect you with appropriate and more specific information. And also, the email shown on the screen is for general questions. So please refer to the file I'll be sending to your email for whom you should send your inquiries. So thank you very much for your attention today. I'm looking forward to seeing you on our campus in the future.
Yes, thank you very much for the great presentation, Mako. It was really informative for the attendees, and you answered all of the questions. Thank you for your answers too. Also, I would like to thank the participants in Turkish as well. Katıldığınız için teşekkür ederiz arkadaşlar. Umarım sizin için de faydalı bir webinar olmuştur. Kyoto Üniversitesi ile ilgili diğer sorularınız için şu anda ekranda paylaşılan e-mail adresinden Mako ile iletişime geçebilirsiniz. Aynı zamanda linkleri incelemenizde faydalı olacaktır. Bir sonraki webinarlarımızda görüşmek üzere. Thank you very much again, Mako. It was a pleasure to have you in IEFT Talks.
Thank you very much for your help.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.